Hello, hello, everyone. Um, Before we get started, I just want to make sure all the connections are set up properly. I am actually going live in YouTube and in my Facebook group right now. And let's see here. All right, it looks like it's going well. All right, so I'll just get out of that. All right, so let's get started. Let me just make sure that I am live in the Facebook group. And okay, so my event is open. Okay, let's see here. It should be live. Okay. All right, folks. I just wanted to go through, make sure all of my um, links and technology was working properly, and my camera and my microphone, because I did a masterclass last week, and the masterclass was uh, the masterclass just kind of got a little messed up. I was using my eCam through Zoom, and for some reason it just didn't seem to work. So, all right. So why don't we get started? Welcome to the live. Um, I decided to start doing weekly lives because I want to start teaching you about luxury wedding cake design and the luxury wedding cake client. And I do have a course about that that goes in deeper. However, in our group and our lives here, we're just going to go over the topics in a general basis. So today's topic is, what are luxury wedding cakes? I mean, some of you may be confused about what is considered a luxury wedding cake and what is not. So I thought today's episode would be really beneficial to help you just differentiate what is the difference between the two. Now, I know you can probably figure out most of it. And luxury wedding cakes doesn't necessarily mean that it's not necessarily talking about price. We're not talking about uh, pricing high or anything like that, although that does come with it once you have that skill building level. um, Luxury wedding cakes is actually a feeling. It's actually how clients feel about a particular style of cake. um, when they see certain cakes, they automatically get the impression that they are more of a budget-friendly cake. So there is a distinctive difference, and I'm going to show you um, just generally, without making judgment on any type of cakes. However, there is a style that a luxury client will go towards as opposed to a budget friendly cake. So, why don't we start off with, first of all, we'll talk a little bit about luxury cakes. So, you see behind me, I have several cake dummies that I have made. I do a lot of styled shoots, and I do a lot of wedding expos. So I make cake dummies for these events. So I have them that I can be able to portably take them to different places without messing up a cake. So you can see behind me, I have several different designs. I have, they're all fondant. I prefer fondant for my cakes, and I know not everyone does that. And there are beautiful buttercream cakes that are considered to be luxury designed buttercream cakes. But for me personally, I'm a fondant person. I love fondant, and I'm not real thrilled with working with buttercream. I've had some unfortunate experiences in the past with buttercream wedding cakes. So I decided to stick with what I love because it helps me expand on the style. So a luxury wedding cake is something, as you can see in the back, they're very designer looking. They're very unique looking. They're typically not something you would see somewhere else, although some of the styles may vary a little bit. But the luxury wedding cakes are typically artistically styled, and they conform to what the baker, what their artistic style is like. And a lot of luxury wedding cake clients will look for certain bakers and wedding cake designers that fit with the style that they're looking for. So I'm going to switch over to what is not a luxury wedding cake, which is more budget friendly. And so let me click onto I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share a Pinterest search that I did before I started this live. And let's see here. Okay. And let me add myself to the window and options, picture in picture. I want to do a round. And if you can just bear with me a second, I thought I had this set up. And picture in picture transition. Okay, then the camera, and we are going to manage cameras. Okay, so, okay, I need to unlock that screen. I'm sorry here. Yes. Okay. Now I just need to get me in there. Okay, so we're going to do FaceTime camera. There we go. All right, I'm in the picture now. I'm so sorry about that. I'm still getting used to doing this again. I had a course that I taught 2 years ago, and I taught a lot about fondant and sugar flowers. And I took a break for a couple of years because I wanted to focus on my wedding cakes. So I'm just starting to get back into the swing of things again. So bear with me. And there we go. All right. So this is a Pinterest search that I did before I started this live today. And it is basically I searched for simple wedding cakes and simple wedding cake designs. And I'll scroll through and let's see here. I'm going to point out, okay, so this is right here. This is a typical simple cake. Over here on the side, we have a few simple cakes right here over on the left-hand side. And let's see here. And you can see over here, these are typical simple cakes. They're naked cakes. Naked cakes are still popular, which I'm really not sure why. I thought that trend was going away. And so when you see simple cakes, they're mostly naked cakes, buttercream swirls, and just quick buttercream designs. And that, or a smooth design and some simple flowers on them. And we have, sometimes you'll see some buttercream ruffles. And I'm not picking just on buttercream. There are some simple fondant ones also. Let's see, like this one right here. It could be a buttercream, but it could be fondant. And actually this one is it's simplified, but it actually looks a little bit more on the luxury side because you have unique flowers and you have them going down the, all the way swirling around. So, and then a lot of the fondant simple ones are usually just covered, fondant covered cakes, and they have just simple flowers on them. Now, now we're getting into the more designer type of cake. So these are more lower budget at the top, more simple wedding cakes. And I could even click on this and visit the site and go down the list. And these are basically, well, this is actually not very simple because there's a lot of fondant, there's a lot of fondant drapes in that one. So that's, I'm not really considered simple. This is pretty simple. It uses regular ribbon that you can find at Michael's or whatnot. And it's just a couple of swirls. You can see some of these just going around the cake a few times and putting, these look like real flowers. So they probably created the cake, and then they had the client's florist put on the real flowers to add to it. And that's fairly simple. It looks like the same one. These are old-fashioned scrolls, and while that is very time intensive, and but the design itself is considered a more simplified type of design. There's buttercream pearls going around it. This is a lot of work. So even though there's a lot of scroll work involved, it's kind of iffy whether that's really a budget-friendly cake or actually it's more towards a more a little bit in between the budget-friendly and the luxury, because there is a lot of work being done in that cake. This is definitely a budget-friendly cake. If someone needs a lot of cake and they don't have a lot of money, they can just opt for a plain and simple buttercream cake with buttercream pearls going around it, and maybe they'll put some flowers from their florist on there. All right, so let me get out of this and go back to going live here. All right, so I'm back to me now. So a lot of times, those wedding cake designers who want to advance on their skill and want to start going into the luxury market or the lovely market. There's actually three different markets. There's the budget market, budget-friendly wedding clients. There's the lovely, which is kind of in between. And that one cake that I just showed you that had all the scroll work on it, and the buttercream pearls going around it, I would say that's more in the luxury. It's not quite budget and it's not quite luxury. So that works in the lovely market. And then you have the luxury market, and the luxury market is looking for more cakes that are unique and something that they can say, this was made for me. This wasn't something that I picked out on a website or I picked out on a baker's portfolio and had them make it. This is something that they created for me specifically. And the luxury client really wants that. They want individuality, and they want to feel like they want to feel special. They want to feel like their particular wedding cake is something that no one else has had before, and they love to be able to show that and show that they have the finances and they have the resources to be able to pick out a cake that is more unique and stylish for them. So that is what in the luxury market, what clients are looking for. Excuse me here. So I love to be able to help wedding cake makers move from the budget-friendly cakes to the more luxury and lovely. And I know I've been there myself. I honestly have. When I started making wedding cakes, and even when I didn't specialize in wedding cakes and my specialty was custom cakes, I would get an occasional order for a wedding cake. And the clients weren't really interested in in looking for something extraordinary. They want it just a simple cake, just so they can feed a dessert to their clients. And design was not really important to them. They just wanted it to look pretty. They really did not care whether there were sugar flowers on it or textural designs or modern looks. They wanted a cake that was simple, pretty, and they can present it for their wedding. So the just having a dessert was the most important thing to them. And it was great. I really loved making those cakes, but they were very quick and easy, and they didn't really really didn't expand on my talents. And I really wanted to be able to go forward with creating more wedding cakes that were unique and were artistic. Towards the end of my business of creating custom cakes before I transferred my business into more wedding cakes, I made a lot of sculpted cakes and just really unique cakes, and clients loved that, and they would come to me for my sculpted designs. I created a Game of Thrones dragon cake, and I created the dragon out of gum paste and Rice Krispie treats and fondant, and I'm very big on detail, and I created all the details on this dragon cake all the way down to the teeth, and I created the teeth. I sat there watching TV one night while I was making the teeth, and every single little tooth on that cake I hand made, and then I colored them because dragons are old, so I colored them to look grayish and yellow and very realistic looking. And then I also did a throne to go with that. And I'm not sure if you followed Game of Thrones, but um, the throne that the king sits on or the queen, um, was made out of thousands of swords. And when I created the throne, I created the swords individually. So I handmade each single sword on that cake. I'm not sure if I can share that here. I don't know if I have the resource right now. However, I was very big on details. So when I transformed my custom cake business into wedding cakes, I brought over that particular that design where um, I love to create more detail oriented cakes. So my love is sugar flowers, and I have actually taught classes on sugar flowers. And then I got into textural designs also because I love creating unique and interesting style cakes. So let me go out of there, and I currently have a course called Luxury Wedding Cake Design, and that is not the only purpose that I'm here today. I wanted to just quickly, briefly talk to you about that, but my main interest here today is to help you get clarity on the luxury wedding cake and budget wedding cake, and help you decide on whether you want to continue on your business creating cakes for more simplified wedding cakes. Now, I know a lot of wedding cake makers, or actually a lot of cake makers, are terrified of wedding cakes. They don't like to make them because there's too much pressure involved, because it is really one person, a couple's very special day, and which every day is every event is special. Birthdays are special, wedding showers are special, baby showers are special, but the wedding, there is definitely something extremely unique and extremely high pressure for making that cake very special for that client. And a lot of a lot of cake designers are very nervous about wedding cakes. And once you start making more and more of them in different styles, I mean, you could start out making the wedding cakes that are pretty much this simplified the styles that you're used to. That's just to help you get used to making wedding cakes, and then you can start gradually building up to changing your style and making it more modern and unique and artistic. And that is the trend that's going on right now. I was reading an article from Martha Stewart magazine, and it was her wedding article, or her wedding section. And she was talking about trends that are going on in 2025. And the new trend is that couples are looking for more artistic and textural designs. So I think it is a great trend that we're heading, because I think the um, people in the cake world, who are not in the cake world actually, tend to look at wedding cakes a certain way. They when they picture a wedding cake in their head, they picture a simplified buttercream cake with a few little buttercream pearls, or borders around it, and just something very simple, maybe a few buttercream flowers. Um, but I want to change that. I want to change the public view of what a wedding cake is. And I really believe that there's a lot of clients out there who want designs that, like you see behind me, who want more artistic and more depth and dimension in their designs. And they want a design that speaks of them. So I love that, and I love the fact that the trends are slowly starting to work towards that. So I do have a course on luxury wedding cake design, and I'm just going to show you a little bit about the course. And let's see here. Let me go over to my screen. Now, this is my enrollment page for the luxury wedding cake design. And I'll just quickly scroll through. And then what I'm going to do after I scroll through, I'm going to take you inside the course. Actually, I'm going to start there. I want you to see inside the course what you'll be learning. So let's switch over there. All right, so when you sign up for my course in luxury wedding cake design, excuse me, I'm readjusting here. My chair is not very comfortable, and I need to get a water. Okay, so when you enroll in my course, it is a very intensive course that you have for the lifetime. I'll show you everything you get in there. If you when you enroll in the course, you'll get an email, and the email will give you your sign in, your login information, and you'll get a confirmation that everything was set. Then you will head over to this. There'll be a link there, and it will give you a link to this page right here. And so you will log in for the first time, and I have it set up where you don't have to log in every single time. You set it up, you log in for the first time, and I believe there's a button that says remember me. If not, I do have it set up that once you first log in, then whenever you go back, you'll automatically get inside. So this is the main page. This is your front page and dashboard, if you will. And let's see here. Let me see if I can kind of shift it a little bit. Move this over. Okay. All right. Okay, so then you're going to have a little welcome video. That's just me welcoming you to the course. And then we're going to go down on the left-hand side first. And once you can watch the welcome video. It's actually very helpful. So it's only not even 30 seconds long. It's just a welcome into the program. And then you could start on any module you want. You don't have to go in the order. However, the very first two modules, module one and module two, I feel are very important for you to get the foundation of the luxury wedding cake and the luxury client. So I would advise you to start with those two modules. And then after that, just pick and choose any module you want to work on. Module one is all about understanding the luxury client. Who are the luxury clients? What do luxury clients want? What do they really want? You'll be very surprised what they really, really want. And then the luxury mindset and getting yourself into that luxury mindset. And then there's finding the luxury client. And then in module two, it's all about the introduction to luxury wedding cakes. And we talk about the niching down in your business, understanding luxury wedding cake design. There's a specific design that you want to kind of have a mindset about. And then and then we have a little lesson talking about textures and its impact on luxury wedding cake design. And then we talk about the role of sugar flowers in luxury cake design. And that is, sugar flowers are my number one topic to talk about, to learn about, to teach. I'm all about sugar flowers. I love, love, love them. I have actually, I don't know if I can show you. I don't. In my studio here, I have a gigantic styrofoam platform. And um, every time I make a sugar flower, either for a class or if I have extra ones for a wedding cake, I put it in there and I call it my sugar flower garden. And I know I'm stealing this idea actually off of Maggie Austin. I love, love, love Maggie Austin. She is an incredible sugar flower artist, and I'm hoping one day to take one of her classes. But I saw where she has a sugar flower garden, and she puts them all in styrofoam, and that's what I created in my studio. I love it. And then this way I can pick and choose. Say if I need a flower that I didn't make for a particular wedding cake and I just need something different. So I go to my sugar flower garden and I pick one out from there, or extra foliage that I make. So, I'm all about sugar flowers. So then module three, we talk about sugar flowers, and this is a really intensive module. I have um, 6 different flowers that I teach you, and each module, there's a submodule of different flowers of the 6. And the submodules, such as the first submodule is hydrangea, and I have lessons 1 through 4 there on how to make them, all the way from the start, the petals and the buds, and coloring them and putting them together. So I teach you from the very beginning to the very end of making that flower. And then I have a Juliet Rose lesson or submodule where I teach, there's 5 lessons in this one. And the Juliet Rose has a very unique center. So there's a whole lesson on just how to make that center. And then we have the garden rose, and I teach how to make a garden rose bouquet using red roses. And then there's a bonus lesson in the garden roses, and it's all about all the special techniques and special effects that you can create on the roses and the leaves. Then we have anemone, and I have 4 modules there, or 4 submodules there, lessons there actually. And then we have peonies, and there's all from start to finish how to make peonies and ranunculus. And then we go into module 4, which is wedding foliage. And I teach you how to make ferns and baby blue eucalyptus and silver dollar eucalyptus and seeded eucalyptus. So there's 3 different types of eucalyptus you'll be learning. And I teach you how to make the English boxwood and the Italian ruscus and Dusty Millers. And then we go over further into rose leaves, because rose leaves are the most popular leaves. So I like to have a whole lesson just on that. And then module 5 are the filler flowers. When you're creating sugar flower arrangements for your wedding cakes, it's not just the the focal flowers. You also need filler flowers that fill in all those little gaps. So I teach a lot of that. So we're talking sweet peas, and I'm teaching baby's breath and pulled filler flowers and carnations and cosmos, hypericum berries, and branches. We talk about, I'm teaching a lesson in branches, how to build a branch using floral wire, floral tape, and flowers and small flowers. And then in Module 6 is the texture module. So we have lessons teaching you how to make the stone texture and how to make bas relief, which is my favorite design, my favorite textile design when I use wedding cake, when I'm making wedding cakes. And then there's a lesson on velvet texture and marbling and using impression mats and stamps. And then there's a lesson on stenciling the fondant. And then we have the celebration. There's just a couple areas in the celebration, couple videos in there. And then we have the bonuses. You get bonuses. I have a bonus on the wedding expo before, during, and after, and how to get featured in a magazine. Decorating your cakes with rice paper, wafer paper, and gelatin. And then color theory. We go over basic color theory on the color wheel, how to tone down colors, how to complement colors and mix colors that complement each other. And then we'll go back up, and over on the right-hand side are some very important information in your program. This here is just a little blurb on myself as an instructor. And then below that, there is an area to click over to the Facebook group. We do have a community Facebook group for the Sugar Flower group, or for this program. And all you have to do, if you haven't already joined, you would just click that button there, and it takes you over to the Facebook group, and then you can join. And then I just admit you in. Or if you are already a member, then all you have to do is click that. If you wanted to head over to the Facebook group, you just click on it and it'll take you right over there. And then I have a full resource center with all kinds of information in there on storing sugar flowers and how to make gum paste and how to refrigerate your cakes. And there's just a lot of resources in there. There's also the vault in there where I have all of my sites that I purchase my products with, and I have a favorite products list that if I have a list of items that that I use in my business and that would be helpful to you. So there's all that in there also. And there will be a couple more things added in there I haven't added in yet. So excuse me, let me just grab a quick sip of water. All right, so that is the wedding cake design, luxury wedding cake design course. And as you can see, there is so much information in there. There are lessons in here that'll take that you can pick and choose and decide on what you want to learn. And it's just amazing. I love over delivering, because I think it's important for when you build a course and you want your students to get in there. And I feel that it is so important to give more than they're expecting, to give my students more than they expect, because it's important to me to teach you how to create these designs and how to get into the luxury wedding cake business. All right, so let me go back to the my enrollment page, and I'll just scroll down, and the enrollment page will give you just information on the course, on whether or not this is something that you may like, you may be ready for. It talks about all the modules that we just went over, and this course is right for you if, and if it's not right for you if. and it talks about my bonus package. And then if you pay in full, you get two additional bonuses. You get the masterclass on pricing your high-end wedding cakes, and I teach you uh, all about value-based pricing as opposed to pricing per serving, because um, I don't price per serving in my business. I price according to the value, according to the design and the techniques and the textures and the length of time that it takes to make this particular design. So I'm going to teach you that in that course or in that masterclass. And then we have a mini course which is just the second pay in full bonus, which is the lily family. I teach modules on how to make the stargazer lily, the calla lily, and lily of the valley. And all three of those are wonderful wedding cake flowers. So in this course, you'll be able to make designs like this. And there's a little blurb about my past students from my fondant classes and my sugar flower classes that I've taught in the past. And here is the where you can pay. You can join now. The course, if you pay it in full, it's $497, and you get instant access to all the 6 modules. You get downloads and the supply list, video, all the video tutorials. There's lifetime access, and also when you finish all of the modules, you do get a certificate of completion. I will provide that for you. Then you get the 4 special bonuses and the 2 pay in full bonuses. And then there's also an option to choose if you want to pay in 3 monthly installments, and that is $182 for 3 months. And you get everything that the left-hand side gets, except for the 2 pay in full bonuses. So everything is all included, no matter no matter which journey you decide to take, which package is better for you, paying in 3 months installments or paying in full. You get everything included except for the pay in full has the 2 pay in full bonuses. And then there's just a little blurb about me and questions you may have. I can answer these right now for you. All right, so questions you may have. Are my results guaranteed? And I answer with that, like anything in life, you get what you put into it. So if you put in the effort, you will definitely see a difference in your cake designs. I offer a money back guarantee? Um, I don't, because this is a digital product. You get everything up front immediately. As soon as you pay for the course is yours. You get everything up front immediately, including all the downloads and all the PDF files. So I don't offer a money back guarantee because you already have the items, and so they're already yours. But I do offer the lifetime access for the program. And I already answered this one. Do you have a community group, like a Facebook group for support? Yes, I do. And I believe I have 49 members in there now. And the answer to that is that, yes, it is a great community. And it is a community to help each other learn the luxury wedding cake design. And if you have questions, you can ask them in there. If you want to help others out, you can answer questions. If you want to share your designs, you can do that. And if you are having trouble with a design, you can ask about that. And then what if I have questions and I get stuck on the program? If you have any issues at all, you can email me at hello.designmycake@gmail.com. And the last question is, I love this course and want more. Do you offer other courses? Now, at this time, the luxury wedding cake design is my premier course. However, down the road, I am going to add other courses in there, and I'll be adding other mini courses and master classes. So being on my email list, then you'll have access to finding out when other courses will be available. All right, and it would be great if you could follow me on Instagram. I love having being able to have new followers because I go to when I get a new follower on Instagram, I immediately go to their page, and I look to see a lot of cake decorators and designers and wedding cake makers. I love to see the designs that you're making. So definitely follow me on Instagram. It's my account is the same as my business name, at Design My Cake by Patty. And I would love to see you over there also. All right, so let's go back to me on the screen here. All right, so I believe that's all I was going to talk about. And I'm going to put the link to the enrollment page onto the in the comments section. So you're going to see that link there. And I would love to see you if you were going to join and going to the program because it is a great program. It's there's so much information in there and there's so many tutorials in there to teach you how to increase your wedding cakes and, oops, I don't know what that was. Let's see here. And that's kind of iffy. Okay. All right. I just had a pop-up that showed up and I don't know what that was about. But anyway. All right. So I'm going to end this live to with the link below. And I'm really hoping that you're going to go into the program. I would really love to see you there. And if you have any questions whatsoever, I'm also going to put a link to my email. And you're definitely welcome to email me. And if you have any questions at all. Now the course is we're at the end of my enrollment for the course for this time period. And tomorrow is the last day that you can enroll. The enrollment closes at midnight tomorrow, February 13th. So if you're going to be joining, you would need to get in before then because I'm not sure when I'm going to be reopening the course yet again for the next enrollment period. And I'll be talking to you soon. Bye for now.